With Crown Jewel just around the corner and some really strong matches, I thought it might be fun to talk about who might win, who might lose, and why. So here are my predictions for Crown Jewel 2025 in Perth. Starting us off, we have Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, and if you're a fan of this channel, you might know that I am really a big fan of this whole build, of this whole storyline. I think Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins had one of the greatest trilogies in the modern WWE era, and I'm really excited for their rematch, especially since that rematch is actually building on their trilogy. Now, when it comes to who do I expect to win this, I expect Cody to win this, but I don't think that's the right idea. If I were making the decisions, I would actually book Seth Rollins to win. Why is that, you might be asking? Because that allows this storyline to continue moving forward. If Cody wins, that's just gonna mess up a lot of stuff. First off, Seth Rollins has no right to challenge Cody ever again. He's lost 3 times. This will be his 4th time ever since Cody returned. It's a really bad spot to be in as Seth Rollins, especially as Seth Rollins as he's right now. He's this visionary. He has this group called the Division with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, and this is a really bad spot if he loses, because who is he to lead WWE into the future? That's why I kind of expect Cody to win this, because it's Crown Jewel, no one necessarily takes it too seriously, but I do think it would hamper Seth Rollins' progression. Now, how do I think Seth might win this? I actually think that maybe now, hopefully, this is the time we get another member of the Division. Why do I think that? Well, this whole storyline has been built about Seth Rollins needing to win, and if he doesn't, well, there's gonna be some problems, as Paul Heyman said in the last Monday Night Raw. And that's exactly why I think Seth will go to any lengths to win this match. He wants to stay a man, he wants to prove to Cody that he is better. But there is something more important than that: winning. And that's the state of his mind right now, and that's what he's going to go for. Now, who might be the next member? We can talk about all of the guys that we already have talked about, the Austin Theories, the Tony D'Angelos. I'm not really sure. I don't think Austin Theory works, to be perfectly honest. He should be a face once he comes back. That's just my opinion. However, Tony D would work immensely. He would work amazingly, I think. So yeah, that's... Again, it's really tough. Expectation, because WWE, as WWE is right now, I think they might want Cody to win, but my prediction is Seth Rollins winning, because I hope WWE understands the actual weight of this match, that this isn't just a showcase. Next up, we have Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight, which I think is going to be a great match. I don't actually think it matters much as to who's going to win this. I think it might be Roman Reigns yet again, just this time without the beatdown later on, hopefully, so we don't have Roman Reigns written off until War Games, which would be not the greatest spot to be in, to be perfectly honest, because War Games is kind of just around the corner and we want this story to build even more going into War Games. So I'm going to predict him winning, and that this match will be once again an opener. I think this whole PLE might kind of mirror the Clash in Paris PLE, where Division loses in the beginning, but they go off strong at the end. So again, I think Cody versus Seth might be the main event, with this being the opener. Not really sure, because there's also John Cena versus AJ Styles on this card, which we will talk about later, and that might main event, that might open the PLE. But then again, Roman Reigns not being the main event or the opener, it also kind of sucks. So I'm not really sure. I'm surprised just how strong this card is. There's some really strong names on this card, and I'm really surprised. Again, these are only the 5 matches confirmed already. There might be one more match, we never know. Maybe the Street Profits versus the Wyatt Six ends up happening on Crown Jewel as well, even though I don't think it will. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall here, but yeah. This match, again, I think Roman Reigns would win. he would win clean, and then he would get help from Jey Uso, as well as from Jimmy, not really wanting to help, but still helping out. Again, that help will not be in the match, that help will be after the match to save him from the Vision, setting us up for War Games. Next up, we have Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. And this is kind of a coin flip. Whoever wins, there is some merit to it. I don't think any side should necessarily win to advance the storyline. I think the storyline is going to be advanced anyways, no matter what. So that's the reason I believe that Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are gonna win. Why necessarily? Because this match is going to be in Australia, and Rhea Ripley is the biggest Australian WWE wrestler, WWE superstar that's ever come out of there. So yeah, I just think Rhea and Io are going to win based off of that alone, to be perfectly honest. But the storyline, it will advance no matter what. Stephanie Vaquer versus Tiffany Stratton is yet another just coin flip. I don't think anyone necessarily cares too much about this match. We just hope it's a good match, which it can really be. Tiffany Stratton is amazing in the ring as Stephanie Vaquer. Do I need to say anything more? Now, if I were booking this, I would probably book this to make Tiffany win with turning heel in the meantime. I'm not sure how that would work out. That's why I'm not saying that's how they will do this, because it doesn't make much sense to turn Tiffy heel at a Crown Jewel event, but still, Tiffy is really, really stale right now. She has been stale for a little bit, and she just lacks some personality that she had as a heel, and right now she doesn't have many heels to work against to actually make her look like a great babyface. So maybe her turning heel against Stephanie Vaquer, going into her feud with Jade Cargill, might be something really, really fun. Again, that's just a theory, WWE theory, but yeah, it's really interesting to think about. But if I were to guess who they are going to pick, I'm gonna go with Stephanie Vaquer. She's the new champion, she needs some build going on right now, so I'm picking Stephanie Vaquer. And for our last match, we have John Cena versus AJ Styles. I think this is pretty simple. John Cena is going to win. And if he doesn't, it's gonna be some weird shenanigans. What I hope happens is Dominic somehow gets John Cena to lose or AJ Styles to lose, and then we got a triple threat going into the future between the three of them. Again, this is my dream match when it comes to John Cena's retirement tour. John Cena needs the IC Championship. Dominic really, really needs to fight John Cena. Dominic is the future of this company, one of the biggest names going into the future, so he, I think, needs to fight John Cena. And then AJ Styles is in a feud with Dominic Mysterio, kind of, not necessarily, but AJ Styles is in there, and Dominic, AJ Styles have great chemistry. AJ Styles and John Cena have undoubtedly great chemistry, and I'm pretty sure John Cena and Dominic Mysterio will have great chemistry as well. So I'm hoping that happens. I don't think it is. I just think it's going to be John Cena wins clean, and then we get some kind of surprise at the end of the match. Maybe Obafemi. Honestly, maybe Obafemi, because Obafemi is just finished with his NXT run. He just lost the championship recently to Ricky Starks or Ricky Saints. And yeah, that might be something fun to think about. Maybe Obafemi is the next John Cena challenger, which, look, I'm all for. I would love to see that match. I would pay to see it. I actually hope Obafemi is John Cena's final opponent. But yeah, what do you think about the Crown Jewel 2025 card? Who do you think is going to win each match? Please let me know what you think down below. Let me know the reasons why. Maybe let me know why you don't agree with me. That's all fine. I don't agree with myself most of the time, so don't worry about that. And yeah, if you've made it this far, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you.